Hey guys, Bryan Karp, sales giant, a literary millionaire, mailbox money. So I am standing in front of one of the Karp rental properties. So I had to make a real life decision. And this is what we do on a daily basis when I'm managing a large portfolio of rentals. So this is a property that we own, I'm gonna say for the last 8 or 9 years. If you guys check, I have an amazing video of the day that we purchased it. It's called Win for Life Story. It's on my YouTube. Check it out. You'll see how bad the house was. But this is a property that's a little 2-bedroom, 1-bath ranch in the village of Lake Grove, which you're not allowed to rent houses out anymore unless you're grandfathered in and have a rental permit, which we do. So I had to make a decision because the tenant's lease came up for renewal. So when that happens, I have to make a decision. Do we keep it or do we sell it? And what we've been doing over the last, I'd say 5 years, is starting to transition out of all of our single family houses and moving the capital into bigger multifamily buildings or developments. So what I had to do here, and I'll do this for you guys in real time, is I had to ran the numbers and see, did it make sense for us to keep it? Did it make sense for us to sell it? And basically what I did is I looked at what the current rent was, which we're renting this at a really good value for a little 2-bedroom. We rented it for I think we rented it for $2,750. We reached out to the tenants that we're going to be moving it up to $2,900. They agreed. So then we were at the pivotal point to decide, does it make sense to sell or buy? So what I did is I looked at what the value of the home is in today's market, not what we purchased it for. I'll have to check the public records. I think we purchased it for $120,000, and I know we put maybe 80 in 8 years ago, which would be like 200 today. But I think we're all into the property for almost $200,000. But that doesn't matter. What I really look at is I look at what it's worth in today's market, because that is the capital that I could use to deploy on something else, and I have a certain return I want to get on it. So long story short, after going through taxes, going through insurance, going through maintenance on this property, it came to me that at $2,900 a month, I was at about a 7% cash on cash return. Now, that's great. Not what I normally like in the portfolio. I like to have it somewhere in that 10 to 12 to 15 range. But then I also looked at all the other ventures that we're in currently and all the other projects that we're in. And I said to myself, you know what? They wanted to sign a 2-year lease. I said, if I can kick the can for another 2 years, I believe in the real estate in Lake Grove so much that I know in 2 years I'll be able to sell it for more. What I did is I actually am selling a property down the block for here, 2-bedroom, 1-bath in Lake Grove, and I just got $450 for it basically. So I know that this house with a little ruse and lipstick is worth about $450,000. So I know, did I say 250? I meant 450. I know that I could resell it for 450,000. So I had to look at the cash and cash return from that 450, right? And that's where I came up that we're at about a 7% cash and cash return, or if it was multifamily, you would call it like a 7 cap. So I'm satisfied with that. We renewed the lease for another 2 years, and come 2026, I will reevaluate this single family and make the decision, does it make sense to keep it or sell it and move that capital into something else? And this is an ongoing project that we do across the board on all of our single families when the leases come up.